Hello. I am on today to share. I get a lot of the same questions when I work with people who are healing, who've known or been a Christian, their whole life and grew up in church, and they look at me and my journey of not having God in my life, and then boom, I get the full gospel truth and not religion or what tradition and what people's experiences have been to dictate what truth is. And they can see, they believe that it was easier for me to rewire my brain because I wasn't contaminated with, God can heal, but he doesn't always. Or, lots of variations of that. That it's in God's timing to heal. There's a reason why you're not healed yet. That's, God's withholding to teach you something and these sorts of things. And obviously for me, I did not experience that because I immediately came to Jesus and I knew God is love. And I said, a perfect loving father would never withhold health. And obviously the word lines up with that. And I'm not here to share that. What I'm here to share though is that I want to dispel this idea that somehow I'm different than other people and therefore that's why I could heal more easily. My old program is God, there is no God. So the enemy could not steal from me that if there is a God and if Jesus really is who he says he is, then healing is for me. It's in the atonement. It's already done. He's healed everything and I can receive it by faith in him and through my relationship with him and intimately knowing him and letting him tell me truth and wiring in truth. But what I struggled with as my old program was constantly being taken to a place of there is no God. And whether I might not have consciously actually thought that, my brain was operating in a program of there is no God. And that, to be honest, there are moments where I still can find, whoa, like there's no awareness of God in my thoughts. And so that's why I'm very conscientious and intentional about constantly bringing God in to remind myself, yeah, of course. And because as soon as I'm there, I'm like, yeah, he's real. He made this. He loves me. All will be well. So, there was another detail I wanted to add, but I am sharing that to say that we all have a past program. And mine was extremely negative and extremely hopeless that there is no God. So I have had to work against that. And part of my journey actually became, for a time, a lot of avoidance of the world. I was scared to come back into the world. And by the world, I mean no longer from a physical sense, but from a sense of I'm going to get pulled into thinking the way I used to think and being deceived back into worldly ways of thinking and being conformed to the patterns of this world. So it was a long process of being able to little by little bring myself back and expose myself in a way into just, I don't know how to say it other than the world. I don't want to sound negative or judgmental, but just the world and the world's ways. And so I was constantly working on my filter of how seeing it through God's eyes and how he sees me in every situation, even playing soccer or going to my kids' school assembly or talking to parents on my son's soccer team or something where I could immediately be gone out of that space of God is real unknowingly. And it affected me. So I'm trying to share that all of us have a past program. All of us have this mind that needs to be renewed. There's many different ways that the enemy has used. And I'm trying to hopefully even the playing field to help you know that we all have to overcome self and what our self and the world has taught us and has gotten in here. And it's all very possible. I am such a proponent of meditating on the word through your relationship with God, through directed time with him, using visualizations, really getting that subconscious programming to be transformed and your body starts to just respond to that. So I pray this reaches someone today, and that you can maybe even come in a little bit closer to see that there's not a big disconnect between my past and your past, just because I didn't grow up in the church and you did, and you grew up with quote unquote religion. I grew up with the religion of science, to be honest, evolution. And that was very powerful for me. So I pray this blesses somebody today. And thanks for watching.